Poznajcie Hannę. Hanna przyjechała do nas z Irlandii, chociaż oryginalnie pochodzi z Węgier. Od pierwszych dni było czuć taką pozytywną energię i uśmiech od dziewczynki. Być może było tak, ponieważ była już zaznajomiona z procedurą wydłużania kończyn, które odbyła w innym miejscu. To cenne doświadczenie sprawiło, że dziewczynka przyszła do nas świadoma swojej drogi i tego, czego może oczekiwać na jej końcu.
Let's hope it doesn't do weird noise this time.
Also,
I got the microphone like in the TV shows.
let's do it.
I decided to undergo limb lengthening to have a better quality of life and be able to be a taller height like my peers and to just be able to be like more able and accessible to play and just grow in my life.
A droga Hanny rzeczywiście była imponująca. Jej proces wydłużania kończyn zatrzymał się aż na 26 cm, co samo w sobie jest czymś spektakularnym. W tej historii najbardziej porusza mnie nie tylko to, co Hanna osiągnęła fizycznie, ale jak bardzo wpłynęła na innych.
I support other patients as well that are going through the stuff I went through, where even just like talking to them, playing with them or translating, if they don't speak English or Polish, I just help them a bit with that. And it's a very good feeling to help them because I know what they're going through because I went through that as well. My expectations before the process were to be taller and kind of like more physically able to move, walk, play with people.
To, co zawsze mnie wzrusza i fascynuje w takich historiach, to, że spotkania w instytucie to nie są tylko zabiegi, ćwiczenia i planowanie kolejnych etapów leczenia. To są rozmowy, te zupełnie zwyczajne, przy kawie, w poczekalni, na sali ćwiczeń. I właśnie w tych rozmowach, myślę, jest największa moc.
I know, Hannah. But now when you finish lengthening, we can stretch and massage this more.
Won't get tighter.
Yay! Try to breathe, really. You know OLA's system, right? Inhale and exhale.
And laugh.
And laugh. So that's kind of the relaxation too.
I think what surprised me the most is how it's like possible that you can lengthen to like such extent, like that you can lengthen your bone like 10 centimeters, like it's possible. It was very helpful that the physios came to the hospital because at that time I couldn't really know what I was able to do and allowed to do. And when they came and showed me like basic things, it was very comforting. And I was comforted because I could know I could move and I knew what to do.
I właśnie wydłużanie kończyn górnych czy dolnych, mimo zaangażowania najwyższej jakości opieki i najlepszych specjalistów, nie obędzie się w pełni bez zaangażowania pacjenta, a to musi być na poziomie 100%. I to właśnie Hanna pokazała nam.
I had school, classes, and I came to physio every day for 2 to 3 hours with Kasia every day for stretching, strengthening.
7, 8.
Haley's instincts were correct because we didn't need.
You didn't. But you know why.
Yes.
You are sticking to the plan.
Yeah.
Exercises, AFO, casts, standing.
Worship.
Yes.
At home, I had to do physio 2 more times a day. So that was just me and my mum doing the exercises that Kasia had told us to do. I had a few moments of doubt when it was a bit hard, but my physio, Kasia, she was very helpful, and with a lot of stretching and strengthening, it helped and it worked out in the end.
The biggest progression is in walking about the feet. It's interesting because now she has better range of motion in ankles than she had before this lengthening. So that's quite shocking because typical is we lose range. And in her case, we gained. So she's not walking outwards like a duck anymore. She started to walk straight.
It was sometimes hard because I didn't really know why it's so hard. like, why am I so tight and stuff? But then from the doctors and Cash, I understood it's just normal during the process that this happens. My rehabilitation was very good. I made a very good relationship with Kasia.
2 lata temu, jak były Mikołajki, to Hanna się za mnie przebrała. Pożyczyła ode mnie koszulkę, zamówiła sobie na Amazonie perukę. Nawet miała sznurówki fioletowe w butach, tak jak ja kiedyś nosiłam. I przyszła tak na ćwiczenia. I tak chodziłyśmy.
My experience working with Kasia was the best part of the whole lengthenings. We have a lot of fun together, and it was like she made the process way easier and way funner.
This physio was the best. It was like the therapy as well.
Because it's physiotherapy, Hanna. Yeah. Yeah, but it's much easier when we know each other for such a long time.
We know what works. Yeah, works? Is that the word?
What?
For like just things that we don't like about each other, like the others.
Yeah.
The first. But the most important thing to lengthening is gummies.
Yeah, because we have this rule.
Had kind of.
We had because she finished, but every time she had 1 centimeter more, she was bringing us a bag of gummy bears. So we are eating this together. So in this bag, it's 7 or 8 new bags because it's finished. So, and it was counting like double, like twice, because she had 2 legs lengthened. So we had to double bags. Yeah, so it was a good rule.
It was.
Yeah. That was sharing with other patients. We didn't eat it only by us.
We shared.
Because sharing is caring. Your height now, if you had the documents fulfill.
153.
153, let's say. Let's see. Ready? Try to be as tall as you can be. Okay. So, do you want to check?
Everyone.
Yeah, so 154.
That's impressive.
So 154 without shoes.
So 156, which
So, without any lengthenings. Now stand. Really. Look how tall you would be. Let's see.
Aktualnie Hanna przeszła pełen proces rekonwalescencji. Może w pełni obciążać kończyny dolne, może biegać, może jeździć na rowerze, a także może wrócić do pływania.
After completing my lengthenings, I noticed drastic changes. I could walk easily. I can now run as well. And like I'm now as tall as my sisters. That was the biggest change. I can reach things and just like be able to do things normal people can do based on like height. I think the things that bring me most joy now is I can cook now because my arms are longer and I'm taller now, so I can reach things easier to cook. Even I love to swim, so with swimming I can go faster and I do not have pain anymore. And I can now run a bit as well. My advice to people who are looking into lengthening would be to go for it and don't be scared because it will get better even when it's hard or you're scared. It will get better in the end and you'll have better results and outcomes.
Ready?
sideways. Wait,
What?
how?
Like this. Congratulations. It's always like this. Come on, stronger. Congrats.
Thank you.